All right, everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue. We'll bring you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Oh, we're going to push back the live stream that we had scheduled for the 16th. We have some more details we need to work out. But we're going to keep doing videos until we get this whole thing situated. Rookie minicamp. First day was Friday, yesterday. Not a lot of news is going to come out of minicamp. Joe Judge even said it best. It's basically like a rookie orientation. Or like a college orientation. He said, really, this weekend for us is an orientation weekend. This isn't something too much competitive, offense versus defense. This is to get them all in our system. Teach them everything A to Z in the alphabet. Make sure they know everyone in the building, know who the resources are, how to use everyone to their best ability. And look, really just get them off to the right foot, which is what you want, which is perfect because we didn't get to do this last year. So they're going to run some drills. They'll run some stuff in the, in the helmets and the shorts. Nothing exciting. Big news, of course, Toney, his shoe didn't fit. So he was running some routes with his with one shoe on until they rectified the situation. That's the big news out of camp. Toney's shoe didn't fit, so he ran a drill with one shoe on and one shoe off. What do you expect, guys? That's what it is. This is what it is. There's nothing exciting going on. You might see some highlight plays and things like that, but it's nothing, nothing crazy exciting. The Giants did invite some veterans to the camp, which I think is interesting. Corey Clement, the former running back of the Philadelphia Eagles, is coming in. Kelvin Benjamin is coming in, formerly, of course, with the Carolina Panthers. I believe I forget where also he went. I think he went to Kansas City. Dave Gettleman, draft choice. He's actually trying out as tight end. I find that kind of interesting. He's a big guy, man. Even when he was a wide receiver, he looked like a tight end, and he just seemed to get fatter. I'm not saying that in a bad way. He just seemed to get bigger. Maybe that's a better way to put it. He got bigger. I could see him as a tight end. I don't know if he can block. Hell, Tim Tebow is coming back. He has a tight end. I don't know if he can block either. But I think we just have to have and I know it's a thing that Giant fans don't want to hear because we're going 17-0. We just need realistic expectations about what this camp is. It's just the guys coming in, taking a look at everything, getting around, get a look-see around the building, see what's going on. And some people have to relax about this kid out of Florida, the center, man. Old Brett. 6'4", 310 pounds. He played in 41 games for the Florida Gators, started 31. I think it was 15 at left tackle, 12 at center, and then 4 or 5 at guard. He started each of the final 24 games for the Gators, and he played all 12 at center last year. I mean, he's probably going to end up on the practice squad unless he was a big miss and a big whiff by all the scouts in the league. Which is always a possibility. You don't know. It's a possibility. He could have. But I think people just need to kind of like take a breath on him. just a little bit and relax. Give the kid some breathing room before we anoint him the next Bart Oates. I'll let some Giant fans look who Bart Oates is. Bart Oates is. Giant. I'll give you a hint. He was a Giant and he played center and he won a Super Bowl. But let's just wait and see. I am curious about Raymond Johnson III out of Georgia Southern. Excuse me. He's 6'3", 270 pounds. He played in 50 games. He started 47. He started 38 over the last 3 seasons. He was credited with 150 tackles, 36 for a loss, 16 and a half sacks. His senior year, which was kind of, it's like everything else. You have to take everything with the senior year with a grain of salt with the COVID situation. He had a total of 14 and a half tackles for a loss, which was second in the Sun Belt Conference, 5 sacks, and he had 38 tackles. I think he's an interesting guy to keep an eye on. I think if you want an under the radar player who basically played in a small school situation, who the scouts could have whiffed on, Raymond Johnson III could be the guy. He could also get cut tomorrow. I mean, old Brett and Jack Burton and Raymond could all get cut. You could all get cut tomorrow. You don't know. But I think I tried to watch some of his film and it was difficult to find. But he's as from the defensive end position, he's a little light for me on the defensive end. Like, see him gain about 15 pounds. But you never know. I mean, he looked like from the small sampling that I saw of him play, Raymond Johnson. In some ways he looks like he has more of a pass rushing repertoire than O'Shane Ximines. O'Shane Ximines coming out of Old Dominion only had like one move, and that was the big thing when we drafted him, O'Shane, that he was going to need to develop more of a repartee. And he hasn't yet, but you never know. We got to give O'Shane a little bit. We ought to see what happens with Lorenzo Carter coming back from his injury. But you don't know yet. We're gonna have to just kind of just wait and see what happens. It looks like Cam Fleming got a job. 16-game starter, of course, at right tackle for the Giants a season ago. So he signed over with the Broncos. Good for him. Good for Cam. I mean, Cam, Cam was put in a bad spot. And I've said this before. Cam never has won a job. Never is in the NFL. He has never won a job. He didn't win his job. He's never won a job anywhere. He didn't win a job with the Patriots. He didn't win a job with the Cowboys. He was given the job here with the Giants. He's never gone out and competed and won a job on his own. But that doesn't mean he's a horrid player. It just means he's not starting material. And I think last year we saw that he was not the starter that we not even projected him to be. He just wasn't the starter that we needed, but he was a fill-in guy. So you know what? You got to wish Cam well. Hopefully he'll have a successful end of his career, because it looks like he's coming towards of age. He's probably got a couple years left in the league. So let's hope he plays well, and let's hope he shows something in Denver. I mean, it's just like I said, I pick on guys, and a lot of times it's just me being sarcastic. And I laugh because I even said in a video yesterday after I went on the rant about numbers and I ended it with, I'm just being sarcastic. Someone left me a comment and said, well, you mentioned all the numbers. What are they supposed to do? Retire all the numbers? Then they're not going to have any numbers? And I even had to write in the comments, dude, I said I was being sarcastic. I think that from a Giant perspective, from the first day of minicamp, things went well. Nobody got hurt. And I think that is the win. I think with everyone coming back, with everyone finally coming back into the building, that is another win for the Giants. And like I said, we could potentially have an interesting rookie class. I'm not sitting here going to anoint anyone because it's May 15th. Let's see how Ojulari plays. Let's see what Toney can do. Let's see what the kid out of UCF does. Let's just wait and see. Let's give these guys time to grow and maturate before we start anointing people and going on social media that Brett's going to be the next center of the New York Giants. Brett's probably going to be the next practice squad center of the New York Giants. But that's okay. It's okay to have enthusiasm and optimism in May. But when we turn that corner and get into training camp in August and get into these preseason games, that's when we're finally going to start seeing stuff. That's when we're going to be able to look at this team, look at this roster, and say, you know what? The New York Giants are on the way. And we're going to have a good, successful 2021 season. Again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you can subscribe, if you ring that bell, you know what it means. That'd be awesome.